Hi, I'm Paul Hamby. I'm going to do another video, a follow-up video for when we made his hanging basket. About a week or so ago we made his hanging basket, plastic lined inside of a compost bag. If you haven't watched the video, just have a little check on my channel. It is there. This is just exactly where the basket should be at this time of year. If you notice, the plants have just started to curl up and everything has just started to anchor. There's one or two with flowers on, which we will remove the flowers. Don't want anything in flower this time of year. It's about 6 to 8 weeks that's got now to grow. Like I say, everything's anchored, everything's started to grow. You'll get escalated growth. Within about a week or so, now everything's settled down, it will sort of burst into life. It really will start to get some escalated growth on it. Now, once your hanging basket is out on its final resting place, front of your house, side of your shed, then it's very important that we start feeding it. There's enough feed inside your compost for around about 6 weeks, but then we do need to start adding the feed. The best way to feed is to start off with an high nitrogen feed. So your nitrogen's predominantly going to feed the leaves, and what we want is a nice, strong, healthy plant that's going to last all the way through to sort of October, sometimes even November if the weather's permitting. So you start on a weekly feed. Every single week you want to feed on nitrogen, all the way through June and possibly up to the beginning of July. Then you want to start feeding on a high potassium feed. It's still got all the ingredients in. It's got 10 parts nitrogen, 10 parts phosphorus, but 30 parts potassium. So the main aim of this feed is to push out your flowers. Makes the flowers more vibrant, makes them darker colours. So if you've got a really deep purple, this feed will help really emphasise that purple. And then once you get into September, if you want to keep this basket flourishing and going all the way through, then you're not back into your nitrogen feed. It's a long season that these plants have been in this small little container. If you don't feed, then you're going to hit serious problems. So this is a plant that hasn't been fed. As you can see, it's starting to go yellow. Early indications of any kind of plants in stress, your leaves are going to start to go yellow and it's screaming out, there's something wrong, I need help. If you put the feed in, especially the liquid feed, if you're growing in containers, it takes 7 days to take effect because the plant has got no option but to take up what you're giving it. And what you're giving it is water mixed with a solution that's going to feed the plant. The self-same plant that has been fed, immediately you can see a big marked difference in it. It's dark green, it's just starting to bud, and it's got a much healthier root system. So the benefits of feeding is just vast. Another example for you is a verbena that's not being fed. The leaves are starting to yellow and they're starting to die back. It looks a very weak, poorly plant. This was grown next to this plant, but this plant's being fed. Again, it's in a plug, but look at the difference. It's nice, it's green, it's healthy. You've got a lot more escalated growth on it. So the importance of feeding is absolutely vital if you want to successfully contain a garden grow. But if your basket does look like that, just absolutely nothing at all to worry about. That's exactly what you're looking for in a basket this time of year.